Hello, thank you for your time. This is Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. So the point of this video is twofold. One is to give you some techniques, tips, and tricks you could use on your website to expand around the Marietta, Georgia for all the different services you do. And two is to compare your website to another website with a certain service in that area and see if those techniques could outrank them, get you more on the top of the pages of Google, which increase your traffic and your leads. So I'll talk about three things: content, backlinks, and citations. Whatever I talk about here, they're free tips to you could use on your website. But if you want to talk about that or anything else, please feel free to reach out. But otherwise, let's talk about these steps. So first is content. As you know, in content, you need anywhere between 1,500 to 2,000 words, like on the home page, depending on the competition number of keywords you needed. So keywords is anything that someone might type into Google looking for a particular service or product. So in your content, you can place keywords throughout to tell Google exactly what you want your website to be found for. Obviously, you guys got a strong marketing department, nice laid out website, wouldn't change anything about it. Actually, on the front end or even on the back end, it's very strong as well. But just kind of getting more narrow, focusing on some of your other services to dominate your competition in all the areas. We'll just focus on the plumbing services, and I'll type that into Google to just see where you land for that. So speaking of Google, if I lived in the Marietta, Georgia area, I might type this in, plumbing services. Here's what comes up. Sometimes ads come up here. They're not coming up now. That might be a good spot to increase your online traffic, your presence. Is you'll put an ad right here, be in front, right in faces of consumers with this particular service in plumbing. Here's the map pack here. I'll talk more about that in a minute. But we call these organics right here. So the goal is to organically be on the top of the page for any kind of service you provide for or area you provide for. On the top of the page here. So typically we don't count directories like Angie's List, Yelp, just because consumers, they're going to go to a local website, especially for emergency type of service like plumbing falls in a lot. So the top competitor in this area with this search is this Dupree Plumbing. So I'll compare your website to theirs and see if those techniques could just outrank them, get you guys on the top of the page of Google with this strong website you have already. It should be easy to do since you have those strong techniques already. So to do that comparison, we have a tool here called Ahrefs, and here's your URL right here. So as I was saying, very strong website, long trustability here, keywords, you got a lot of keywords, over 5,000 keywords. So definitely, keep that up and add to them every month as well to dominate the competition totally in all the areas. But just comparing that to a competitor that's on the top of that page with plumbing services in your backyard in Marietta, Georgia, here's theirs, and this is nowhere near the website you guys have, but it's a strong website as well. And here's their number. So they're using 1,000 keywords, but they're still being on top of that search page with that plumbing services. Second is a backlink. So backlinks are anywhere where one website is linked to another website, as you might know, and these links act like an endorsement of your website from others, and Google will use that to build trust in your business by seeing others vouch for you. So it's also like a popularity contest. Person with the most backlinks wins, but keep in mind not all backlinks are created equal. You do need strong, relevant backlinks, relevant to your industry. If you have a whole bunch of links outside your industry linking you, it doesn't just give you that trust power, search power of Google, which is very strong here. So you got good, strong backlinks, over 2,000 with 429 reference domains. But just compare that to that competitor. Again, you're dominating him there with his backlinks with 563 and 86 reference domains, but the keywords just get maybe a little bit more intentional in the backlinks. So you could look at his keywords, you could see what he's having. Maybe some you don't have these keywords with the plumbing services in Marietta, Georgia. You could put those on your website, you optimize those, tag those, get that search volume, and maybe that could increase your presence with the plumbing services in Marietta, Georgia. Then lastly, there's citation. So a citation is anywhere where your business name, number, and your address are shown exactly on your Google business profile. Citations help you rank in this map pack here, which is extremely important for local businesses since this can generate huge amounts of revenue. Again, the goal is to be in the top 3 here. Much like pages 2 or 3 of Google, people don't click for more services. People don't click this button for more services. So you want to be right in the front of the faces of consumers. So to do that, you increase your citations with directories like Yelp, Angie's List, Expertise, and BBB. There's hundreds of others you probably heard of. Also, social media accounts are great here too. So the idea here is that your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet. And the larger your online presence is, the more Google trusts you. So once Google sees you more often than these competitors, the more likely is you outrank above them. So with your website, once your content, your backlinks, your citations, once they all come together, it really starts to outgrow your competitors. And here's what you might be looking at, why that's worth it. To be in line as consumers, maybe up here with ads, up here with a map pack, and also up here organically with all the services you do and all the areas you provide for. So not sure what your margins are, but I imagine that generates some pretty decent revenue. Also, there's many more keywords you could use to generate more and more traffic and leads. So if you do find yourself wanting to scale more, to continue scaling as far as you want, feel free to reach out. I could help out with that, give you some more information, or we just talk about goals. And I could do research to find out exactly what could be realistic for your business, what it might take to reach those goals. So if you leave me a line or two of feedback, what your thoughts on the video, just kind of marketer, I'd love to hear your thoughts. And again, I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. And thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Much luck in your business. Have a great day.